throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Cook, and they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. To throw is Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And he was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That sort of goes without saying. That's the risk of running the option play. You can put the ball on the ground. They did there and turned it over.
So true, because you've got so many different decisions that have to be made. Are you handing the ball off inside, or are you just keeping it yourself? Are you pitching it to your trail guy? And sometimes you get caught in between, and you're a little indecisive on the play, and it turns into the ball on the ground. Fortunately enough, they weren't able to return it for a touchdown.
He'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
Back to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Leopard. Detroit. Detroit. Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gun. Leopard.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Touchdown. Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Wentz now on first down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Bishop. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll start by running the option to the right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11. Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Wentz now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got room. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard. Give. This is Cook trying to run inside, but nothing there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Well, after what we just saw, we know that with third down coming up, this is not a gimme for the offense. They've got to figure out what they want to do. Do they challenge their offensive line and try and run it? Or do they go ahead and concede that this is a tough defense and put it in the air?
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On the ground with a tight end. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This time to the tailback. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete here on third down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On fourth down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now Wentz on the bootleg. A strong running. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Wentz on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now that's
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 52 yards. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Now a handoff here to his running back. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. He'll give it here to his running back. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. No, check. Leopard. No.
3rd and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator thinking blitz here. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. And tough starting field position here. They start the drive with Cook. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Zach Cunningham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So a touchdown apiece. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Green, 39. Green, Detroit.
Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sharif Floyd. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever.
Here we go now. Green, Detroit. No. Check. Patriot.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. That one good for 33 and a first. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Again, it's Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On second down, here's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Well, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Second down, just 1 yard to go. Cook following the penalty. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They go play action here on first down. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Packers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is third down and 12.
All right, here we go. Green, 30. Gun.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, first and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard. Working from the gun, Wentz. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Here we go now.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Stephon Tuitt coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Well, in tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powell. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Again, it's Wentz. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get 1 more play in.
It'll be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. first down. Here's the run with Cook. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Wentz going to go on fourth down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down at the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Wentz to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.